Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we explore another fascinating word in the English language. Today's word is civil. Civil, as a B2 level adjective, means polite or relating to citizens. Let's dive in. So, what exactly does civil mean? Well, in its simplest form, civil refers to behavior that is respectful, courteous, and considerate towards others. Think of it as the baseline for how we should interact in society. It also relates to things connected to the general public or to the state, rather than military or religious affairs. We often use it to describe interactions, discussions, or even legal proceedings. For example, you might say the meeting was surprisingly civil, considering the disagreement. Or, he has a civil engineering degree. So, now that we have a good grasp of the definition, let's explore some synonyms. Synonyms are words that have similar meanings, and they can help us understand the nuances of civil even better. Some useful synonyms for civil include polite, courteous, and respectful. Let's see them in action. She gave a polite nod to acknowledge his presence. Notice how polite conveys a similar sense of good manners as civil. Another synonym is courteous. We can say, the hotel staff was incredibly courteous and helpful. Courteous emphasizes thoughtfulness and consideration. And finally, we have respectful. The students were respectful of their teacher's experience. Here, respectful highlights the admiration and consideration shown to someone. Now, let's flip the coin and look at antonyms. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings, and they help us understand what civil is not. Some antonyms for civil are rude, impolite, and discourteous. Imagine a scenario. His behavior was incredibly rude, completely lacking in basic manners. The word rude perfectly contrasts with the politeness implied by civil. Another antonym is impolite. You might hear someone say, it's impolite to interrupt someone when they're speaking. Here, impolite demonstrates a lack of consideration. Lastly, consider discourteous. She found his discourteous remarks offensive. Discourteous stresses a lack of respect and consideration. Now, let's talk about how we can use civil in everyday life. The word civil comes up in many situations, often when describing how people interact, but it can also refer to a wide range of non-military things. For example, you might hear about civil rights movements, which are focused on ensuring equal rights and opportunities for all citizens. We also talk about civil ceremonies, like a civil wedding. You might say, they had a small civil ceremony at the town hall. Or, if there's a disagreement between neighbors, they might try to resolve it through civil channels, meaning through the court system or mediation rather than resorting to violence. You might say, they resolved the dispute through civil means, avoiding any further conflict. You can also use civil to describe discussions. For example, despite their opposing views, they maintained a civil conversation. It simply means the conversation was polite and respectful. The town is filled with beautiful civil buildings. It is important to maintain a civil society. The country suffered a long and destructive civil war. Here are some more examples. It is important to maintain civil discourse even when we disagree. We need to ensure civil liberties are protected for everyone. The lawyer specialized in civil law. Now, to recap, civil means polite or relating to citizens. We learned that synonyms include polite, courteous, and respectful, while antonyms include rude, impolite, and discourteous. We also explored how civil is used in everyday situations, from describing respectful conversations to discussing legal matters. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this exploration of the word civil helpful and informative. It's time to take our new word, civil, and put it to good use. Before we go, I have a small favor to ask. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to the podcast and leaving a review. Your support helps others find the show and continue their English learning journey. And now for your homework. I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word civil and share it in the comments below. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep using new words. See you in the next episode.